Eat, Move, Be Happy, your well-being solution.
Hello, welcome to Workout With Us. I'm Anna from Eat, Move, Be Happy, and this workout is it's going to get you out of breath. It's going to work your legs and your belly, and it's fairly simple format, so we're just going to get straight into it. So hopefully you've done one of our warm-up videos, so you are relatively warm and ready to go. We're going to go through each of the exercises that we're going to do, two rounds, two distinct rounds, and there's 6 exercises in total. So we're going to do each of them first, just to finish off your warm-up and so that you know what you're doing. And the first one that we will do is a drop squat. So remember, when you are squatting, feet a little bit wider than hip width apart and out on a bit of an angle. Feet stay flat, weight goes back, and knees come wide. So that's the squat action, and we're doing exactly that when we drop into it. So we jump down, out, and back in. Down and out and back in. So do a couple of those with me now. So feet land together, and our weight goes back, and our knees stay wide. So that's your drop squat. And then we're going to get on our back for a cannonball crunch. So the most important thing is that your lower back stays fastened into the floor. So in a cannonball crunch, we start off in a nice tight ball position, and then you reach out with your arms and your legs, keeping your shoulders off the floor, and then you crunch back up. If you're struggling to keep your back fastened into the floor, keep your knees bent, reach out with your arms, and then crunch up with your knees. So that way you can look after your back. But do as hard a version as you can do. Hard work's good, but we want to look after your back. So we'll just do 3 now as part of your warm-up. So reach out and crunch all the way up, getting hold, just tapping your heels. Okay, that's cannonball crunch. Then we're going to flip over into plank jacks. So you need to be in a nice plank position, up on your hands or down on your forearms, I don't mind. And belly is up and bum is tucked under. We don't want any saggy backs. And you are going to jump your feet out and jump your feet back in. Keeping your bum quite low. We don't want any of this happening, and we don't want that sagging action happening. So you have to work through your belly in order for that to happen. So we'll just do 5. So a nice rhythm, and they are your plank jacks. They're going to get you out of breath and work your tummy and through your shoulders. And then the last one in this round are side lunges. So back on our feet, and with a side lunge, legs are quite wide, and you're going to send your weight back and down. Bum towards your heel as low as you can go. So back and down. This leg does not have to be dead straight. So your knee can be a little bit soft, but your feet stay flat on the floor. And if I just show you from the side so you can see that the weight goes back, which keeps the pressure out of the knees. So if you do feel it in your knees, think of putting your bottom further back. So we'll just do 2 pairs. So 4 in total. And we go as low as we can go, as we would in any sort of lunge or squat action. So they're the 4 exercises we're doing in round 1. And then we've got a sprint finish. And the 2 exercises that we're doing in the sprint finish are knee unders and a sit-up and punch. So knee unders, we'll just remind ourselves into that nice press-up position, that plank position there. And your weight needs to be quite forward, so your nose needs to be away, poking forwards over your hands. And one knee comes to the opposite elbow, so you've got a nice twist. And then the other side. And your knee needs to touch your elbow. So if your hands are out there like that, that is not going to happen. So underneath, and we'll just do 2 pairs now. They are your knee unders. And then a sit-up and punch, so back on your back, across your chest. You're going to sit all the way up, a nice big punch and a twist at the top, and all the way back down. And they are your sit up and punch. So let's just do 3 of those now, just to finish your warm up. Nice big twist at the top. Okay? Right, so the first section, we're doing drop squats, cannonball crunch, plank jacks and side lunges, one after the other. We're doing 50 seconds of work and we've got a 10-second rest in between. So we're going straight into it. Let me get my timer. Drop squats to start off with. Now the first round through, reasonably steady. We can work hard, but we want to get into the rhythm. So in 3, in 2, 1, away we go. So think of dropping down into that squat, knees stay wide, and feet land flat and together. And remember, weight goes back. So if I show you from the side, your weight is going back into that squat position and as low as you can go. If they are a little bit tough, then take it into a normal squat. So weight goes back and you stand all the way up at the top. And again, go as low as you can go. Knees stay wide. And we've got 3 seconds left. Okay, so 10-second rest and then we're straight into cannonballs. So get on your back whilst you're collecting your breath. Nice crunch up and send those legs out. Remember, lower back stays fastened into the floor, so if you need to, keep your knees up and just aim for that nice tight crunch at the top of the move. But if you can, send your knees out. You can send your knees more vertical, that also makes it a little bit easier, as long as that back is staying fastened into the floor. But you do as much as you can do. Try and keep working all the way through, but you can make the move easier if you need to. In 3. Okay, so bit of a breather, over to your plank jacks. So into that press up position. So belly is up, bum is tucked under, and feet are out and in, keeping that nice straight line throughout your body. If you need to, you can be down on your forearms. I find it a bit more comfortable on my hands, but it's entirely up to you. We're over halfway. Try and keep the rhythm, keep that belly up. Last 5 seconds. Okay, and then side lunge. Last one in this part. So feet nice and wide and drop your weight back and down. Remember, this leg does not have to be dead straight. You don't have to lock your knee out. Try and keep your chest as up as you can, so we're not sort of caving down into it. We want to think of bending through that hip and pushing the weight back. And really think of lifting yourself up with that glute as you come to the top of the move. So your hips, you're pushing through your hips at the top. That's nice. Keep going, last 10 seconds. And that's the end of the first round. And we'll give a little bit of a breather. Only a little bit, you understand. Okay, bit of a tactical waggle. This time, take a quick drink if you need one. So, Second time through, exactly the same 4 exercises to start off with. This time I'm going to work for a minute. So no break between each of the exercises. We're just going to keep straight on. So we're aiming for quick transitions. Same 4 exercises, second round through. So, are you ready? We're going to start with drop squats. So we're a little bit more warmed up now. So let's see if we can up the work rate a little bit. Remember, you are aiming for drop squats. If you need to take it into squats, then do. In 3, 2, 1, away you go. So, down and jump in. Knees nice and wide, feet land flat, and the weight goes back. Get into a rhythm. Drop down as low as you can go and try and finish jumping tall at the top. We're halfway through, but remember, you can take it into a normal squat if you need to. My legs are burning now, which is okay. Really using your quads. Just 10 seconds to go. Keep going if you can. And then we're going on our back into cannonball crunch. Remember, straight down. Okay. As quick a transition as you can do. Reach up, touch your heels and out. Try and keep your shoulders off the floor. These are a bit tougher when you're out of breath. And remember, you can keep your knees bent if you're struggling to keep your back fastened into the floor. That is really important. So if you need to, keep your knees bent and just crunch up at the top of the move, or send your legs more vertical. That's also slightly easier, but aim for as much as you can do. I'm just checking the time because we're going into plank jacks. Now, over we go. So again, belly up, bum tucked under. Keep that bum low. We don't want this happening. Your weight should be through your hands, down through your shoulders, through into your hands, and your nose should be a little bit forward. We're halfway. Keep breathing. Into a nice rhythm. Last 10 seconds, and then we're into side lunges. Okay, quickly up. Feet nice and wide, weight goes back and down. See if we can up the pace a little bit without losing the technique. Keep your weight going back. Think of sticking that bottom backwards as if you're trying to touch a chair behind you, and go as low as you can, standing all the way up. Think of using your bum to lift yourself back up and straighten through your hips. This is really working your glutes, amongst other things. But let's really make sure it targets that bottom. Last 5 seconds, and you can have a breather. Well done. Okay, tactical waggle. Grab a quick drink. Do that too. It's a little bit warm in here. last round. So this time we're going back to a 50-10, working for 50 seconds, and get my timer the right way around, with a 10-second transition. So a little bit less work, which means we can up the pace whilst we're actually working. And this is the last part of this bit, and then we've just got the sprint finish. So we're going to keep going, keep our heart rate up, into drop squats. In 3, 2, 1, away you go. So only 50 seconds of work this time, but let's see if we can up the work rate a little. So maybe a little bit faster. You do what you can do. Feet land flat, weight goes back. Knees are wide. We're halfway. Cannonballs after these. Remember, you can do squats if you need to, but not because it's hard work. Okay, bit of a tactical waggle. You've got a quick 10 seconds on your back. Get ready for cannonballs. So, nice scrunch up and out you go. Try and do the hardest version that you can do with good form. Really crunch up in the middle. We're halfway. Flying through. Plank jacks after these. Remember, we've got 10 seconds. It's hard to talk doing these. I think that's 5 seconds. We're nearly there. Okay. Oh, belly's burning now. Over we go. 10-second transition. Get yourself set up. Nice plank position. And away we go. Keep your bum down. Belly up. See if you can jump your legs a little bit wider. And up the pace a little bit. We are halfway. And we're going into side lunges after this. Ten seconds. Keep going. Keep breathing. Okay. Set yourself up. Side lunges. Feet nice and wide. Make sure you can see me. And weight goes back. Use your bum to lift up. Really push through that glute. Imagine you're pushing your hips forward so your hips are nice and flat. The front of your hips are nice and straight and extended when you stand at the top of the move. Remember, this knee does not have to lock out. In fact, it's probably better if it doesn't. We've got 15 seconds left. Keep working. Work that bottom. Last couple. Okay, right. Bit of a tactical waggle. Have a quick drink. So, finished the first round. Now we're on the next bit, which is the sprint finish. So for these, we're doing the knee unders. Need to change my timer. So we're doing the knee unders and the sit up and punch. Remember, we did those at the beginning. So we're doing 20 seconds of work with 10 seconds of rest in between each one. So we're going to alternate. So we're going to start with knee unders. So we're going to do 20 seconds of knee unders, then we've got a 10 seconds transition into sit up and punch. Just enough time to catch a bit of breath, turn over and get into sit up and punch position. And then straight back in, another 10 seconds straight back into knee unders. So we alternate between the two and we're doing 8 rounds in total. So it's only 4 minutes work and you do get a bit of a breather in between, but it's a sprint finish, so we're aiming to do as much as we can do all the way through. So you work as hard as you can, go at your pace, but remember that you're finished after this one. So push yourself as hard as you can. So knee unders, remember, weight needs to be through your hands, through your shoulders and your hands, head forwards, and there's a nice big twist in the body. That's what we're aiming for, so your belly stays up and knee does not drag along the floor. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, away we go. So knee comes up and foot stays off the floor. Big twist all the way through on both sides and keep breathing. So you're working your belly and you're also working the sides of your belly because of the twist, and you're working through your shoulders and you're working through your hips. On your back, get ready, arms across your chest, sit up and a nice big punch. And how many can we do in the 20 seconds? Remember, your feet are not fastened under anything, and I don't mind if your feet come off the floor a little bit, but keep your hands across your body as you sit up. Okay, I lost count. We'll have to count again. Flip back over, knee unders again. Get yourself set up, and then a nice big twist through the body, knee touching the opposite elbow. If your knee isn't touching your elbow, your weight probably isn't far enough forwards. Your arms need to be vertical. Okay, flip back over, sit up and punch. Let's get ready and let's have a count this time. 1. You go at your pace, try and do as many as you can do. Okay, remember with those, I travel backwards a little bit, so make sure you don't bump your head. Flip over, knee unders. We are halfway through, in fact we're over halfway through now. Keep your knees and your feet up, off the floor. Okay, sit up and crunch. 3 more to do. Arms across your body, away you go. Sit up. Try and match, at the very least, the number you did last time. And beat it if you can. Oh, I didn't beat it. Not to worry. I tried. Okay, last round. Last pair. Knee unders. Away we go. See if we can up the pace a little bit. Oh, okay, last sit up and punch. Last bit, remember, make sure you don't bump your head. Up you come. Last big effort. All the way up. Okay, well done, well done. That is the end of this session. So, if you're about to go on and do more, don't let your heart rate come down. Crack on and move into another workout with us. If that's the end of your workout for today, make sure you cool down. So check out one of our cool down videos, let your breath come back to a more regular level and just stretch off so that you are set for the rest of the day. Thank you for joining in, good effort, and I'll see you on another workout with us, hopefully a proper workout with us as we are moving towards being able to do some filming together. But until then, have fun. Goodbye.
Eat, Move, Be Happy. Your well-being solution.